Welcome to This Week in Falcons Athletics, presented by Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin, our final edition of the 2024-25 school year, final week of athletics, at least for the time being, as the NAC tournament's going underway for both softball and baseball. In our second segment, we focus on softball, being joined by junior Nora Stotts. But up first, we talk baseball. They get ready for the single elimination game. It's going to be at Capco Park as the 8th seed taking on the 5th seed Marion, and being joined by senior right-handed pitcher Zach Sloan. Zach, thanks for your time. And you look at the way this season has gone, 20 victories and 19 defeats overall, 12-12 in conference play during the course of the regular season. How would you summarize the regular season?
I think it's been a little bit inconsistent for us, but I think we know the team that we are and the team that we can be, and we have a lot of confidence moving forward.
You look back at this past weekend and needed to beat Concordia Chicago to clinch a NAC tournament spot. You guys did so in Game 1, winning by a final score of 9-7. I guess just taking in that game, how intense was that contest, that doubleheader?
Oh, it was very intense. We know we needed to get the bats going. We know they're a good hitting team, and we did just that. Our bullpen came up clutch on 5-0, setting the game, and it was huge for us.
Of course, always nice when the Falcons are able to beat Concordia Chicago again, doing so in Game 1 to lock up a NAC tournament spot for a second consecutive year. You look okay throughout the course of your regular season, and you've been able to compile a record of 5 victories and 3 defeats over 11 appearances, 10 starts. Here's your thoughts on the way you have gone about your business on the mound.
I think during conference play especially, I think I've been pretty solid. I think I've had a good defense behind me. I think I'm good game planning by my catcher, Connor Lash, has been huge for us. I'm very confident in myself moving forward into this conference tournament.
You came through so far with a career best of 61 innings pitched. How's the arm feel?
It feels good. It feels ready to go. I'm ready to keep throwing, ready to keep moving on.
When you go about, whether it be a start or a relief appearance, how do you go about preparing for an opponent, especially if you haven't seen said opponent before this season?
Well, especially going to this upcoming starts, we have a couple guys that have faced Marion already, so I'll definitely get their opinions. Otherwise, I'll look at their stats, see what guys are either big hitters or home run hitters, see what guys will strike out more, what guys will steal more bases, kind of get some stats that way, and I'll go to my pitching coach, Mitch, who will have a scouting report for me.
Who just walked by the way, and you look at, from a preparation standpoint for you mentally, is it a big difference going from either being a starter or coming on as you have a couple of times a season of relief?
I think it's a little bit of a difference, but I try to keep mostly the same plan, just try and attack hitters, try and get outs any way that I can.
A couple of games I want to point out from this season that stand out from your pitching performances. You go back to being the winning pitcher, Game 1 against Aurora on the 12th of April, a complete game of 10-0, 7-inning Falcons victory in which you would go on allowing no runs on a couple of hits, 5 strikeouts. You look at that performance, what was working that day?
I just got a lot of weak contact, a lot of ground balls that day. Put myself in a good spot and put our defense in a good spot. They really helped me that day, and our offense really clicked. We gave us all the momentum, which is huge.
I got to believe that helps, too, with the psyche, that run support. It seems like, at least early on in the season, you were getting plenty of run support.
Yeah, no, definitely. Run support is definitely huge. It takes a little ease off my shoulders. I don't have to be perfect, but we have a good shot winning the game then.
Yeah, one of those games you got run support, and one of the other games I wanted to focus on, that was back on March the 22nd against Benedictine, in which you had 10 strikeouts, a 10-1 victory. What worked that game for the 10 strikeout performance?
Definitely just hitting my spots in the corners, mixing up speeds, mixing up looks to the hitters, and yeah, definitely a good game, Ken, by Connor Lash, our catcher again, and Coach Mitch Rogers.
So as you get ready now for the NAC tournament, you're no stranger to the NAC tournament, got a relief appearance last year in the single elimination contest. You go back to that atmosphere, that date. Did it feel different? Did it feel like a different type of baseball game, knowing what was at stake?
Yeah, it felt a little different. I think just the way we perceived it, but understanding now that we've been there, we know what it's like. I feel like this year is going to be a lot more comfortable in that situation, and we're a lot more prepared for it.
Let me ask you from a pitching standpoint, how do you feel like you've improved in 4 years here at Concordia? Has your arsenal changed a great deal?
It hasn't changed a great deal. I've mixed around like pitch grips, but I think definitely I've learned better ways to attack hitters, better ways to go about like facing hitters multiple times in a game. And so I've definitely learned through basic experience of how to get outs more and how to prepare myself to go deeper in the games.
Well, as mentioned, the Falcons get ready now for the single elimination contest. They will be the away team. It'll be at Capco Park coming up on Wednesday at 4 o'clock, first pitch versus Marion, a team the Falcons split with during the course of the regular season up in Fondy. I know you guys take it one game at a time, but if the Falcons do advance, they will move on to the double elimination format, all hosted by MSOE. I guess to wrap things up, in your opinion, for this Falcons team to have a successful tournament run, what needs to happen?
I think just good defense and good hitting. We get score first, get ahead of the teams, and we have good defense all year, and we keep that going.
Well, Zach, all the best to you and the Falcons. And again, you can see them coming up on Wednesday against Marion.
Yep, thank you.
So that's Zach Sloan. We'll continue in a moment as we focus on softball. They get ready for the NAC tournament as well. You're tuned into This Week in Falcons Athletics presented by Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin.
I can't imagine being any other profession than an orthopedic surgeon. We have the privilege and we have the responsibility to make people better. We've been fortunate enough to take care of professional athletes. We've also been fortunate enough to take care of our neighbors and friends who trust us to give them back their life.
One of the main reasons I came here was because this is the way healthcare is meant to be delivered. Being devoted exclusively to orthopedic care means that we can focus on delivering specialized care for every patient. And that includes not only the surgeons and the physicians, but also anesthesia, controlling pain, the nurses, and the scrub techs, and everyone in the recovery is dedicated to treating conditions that are very similar for people.
Our tagline is an uncommon focus on you. We think the focus on the patient experience is what sets us apart. Before we make any process or clinical decision at the hospital, we start with the same question. Is this what's best for the patient? If we can't answer yes, we move on to the next idea. Our nurses provide care for no more than 3 patients per shift, whereas other facilities, they might provide care for 7 or even 8 patients per shift. We think this personalized care is what sets us apart from others.
I think that dedication to our patients is our number one focus. And you can technically do a good operation, but if you're not centered on the patient, they're not necessarily going to have a great outcome.
The Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin is physician-owned. It's physician-led. We have the responsibility to make the right decision for every patient. We also have the freedom to make the right decision for every patient.
Physicians and staff collaborate through regular meetings, weekly and monthly, and with a relatively small team, we're able to change the way we do things if we need to tweak something to make it perfect.
The facility specifically was designed so that quality could be measured and maintained and sustained. When you have 7,000 patients a year receive their surgery here, it's important that patient number 1 and patient number 7,000 receive the same care.
We place an extremely high priority on the patient experience here. We send surveys to each and every person that receives care at our hospital. Those survey results come back directly to me. I review them and share them with our senior leadership, as well as the staff and the physicians that provide the care to those patients.
There's almost 5,000 hospitals in the country that are measured. The Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin measures number 1, not number 2, not number 3, not runner-up, number 1 in patient satisfaction in the state of Wisconsin for the last 10 years running.
Welcome back to This Week in Falcons Athletics, presented by Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. My name is Matt Mendel. Now turning our attention to softball and being joined by junior Nora Stotts, coming off a championship-winning Sunday as the Falcons at Catalyst Park able to sweep Concordia Chicago to lay claim to a share of the regular season title, but they will be the number 1 seed in this week's NAC softball tournament. How much fun was that doubleheader on Sunday against Concordia Chicago?
Oh, it was so much fun. Our energy was just unmatched. We came in the day pretty confident and just knew if we came out and played our best softball that we would probably have the outcome that we wanted.
You talk about the confidence. Were there nerves at all?
I mean, there was a little bit of nervousness, but more just excitement towards the day and just like going out and getting the wins that we needed to go and get.
And I'm guessing that excitement grew after the Game 1 victory, because then all of a sudden in Game 2, you guys make quick work at Concordia Chicago.
Yeah, definitely building off the confidence of Game 1 and coming out right away and scoring in Game 2. I mean, the energy was just so much fun yesterday.
So the regular season, the Falcons compiling a record of 28 victories and 10 defeats, 19 victories and 5 defeats in conference play. When you look at the whole regular season, how would you go about summarizing the way you guys were able to put together a 28-win season?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a lot of success this season. Definitely our ups and downs, but we definitely adjusted and figured our stuff out throughout the season and made small adjustments that wound up really benefiting us in the long run.
How about for you? You transferred into this program. Why Concordia, and has it been a smooth transition?
It's been an awesome transition. I honestly couldn't have asked for anything better. The girls are all super welcoming, which made it so much easier. And I don't know, like the environment is awesome, like the Christian environment, and just a great group of girls.
You talk about the players, your teammates being welcoming. Does it take a little bit of time, though, to get used to what this program's all about? Is that pretty much what the fall season's all about for you?
Yeah, it took a little bit of adjusting. I think for everyone, just because we had new coach coming in too, but it was pretty smooth, I would say.
And then for you, I got to believe the Florida trip here in the springtime helps even more so to get used to who's who and get acclimated with all your teammates.
Yeah, Florida was a great time for us all to just become really good friends and build that chemistry that we can also show on the field.
You've played 38 games here in the regular season. You've compiled a batting average of .309, 38 hits, a total of 21 runs batted in. Are you pleased so far with, I guess, your play on the field and at the plate?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, obviously everyone has their ups and downs at the plate. It's part of softball, but just learning how to still go up there with confidence, no matter if you're in a slump or if you're on a high.
So outside of the championship winning games against Concordia Chicago on Sunday, I guess for you, when you look at the regular season, is there a performance, is there a game that stands out among the rest?
Well, obviously those home runs by Maggie and Jenna and Jazz yesterday, those just are great spots where we can build off that energy and just take it into the field as well.
Is there a game, though, for you, I guess, when you look at your numbers, is there something you look at and go, boy, that was the highlight for me so far this season. I was really on my game that day.
Probably the games against Alverno. I was feeling really confident at the plate, just going up with a mentality of if they're giving me a good pitch, I'm going to swing at it. Also, WLC, I was also pretty confident at the plate.
Going back to your high school days, you played 3 sports, softball, volleyball, basketball. You look at, I guess, your background. When did you realize that, hey, you had an opportunity to play softball at the collegiate level, and did that become your top sport, favorite sport?
Yeah, I think after my sophomore year, I was really ready to just pick a sport, and I had always played softball and loved it ever since I was a little girl. So I think that was the year I was I definitely wanted to consider playing college softball and look into that a little bit deeper.
So you go the college route. Was it, we use the term transition again. And, okay, going from high school to college, was it a smoother transition for you? Did it take some time to get used to what college softball is all about?
Yeah, it was a smooth transition. Definitely a lot different. The game is a lot faster. People are a lot faster down the base pass, the pitching is faster, just everything is a little bit quicker. So that took a little bit to get used to, but I would say it was overall a pretty smooth transition.
Now as a junior, it's paying off, and again, we mentioned that .309 batting average going into the NAC tournament. As a whole, the Falcons have won back-to-back 11 of 12. They will be part of the double elimination format, so they get past the single elimination day. They will get their day started. Their tournament run started coming up on Friday down in Montgomery, Illinois, hosted by Aurora. Opponent to be determined based on Thursday's happenings. I guess to wrap things up for you and I guess for the team, where's your confidence level at right now, and what does this team need to do to have a successful tournament run?
I think our confidence is super high coming off of Sunday. We definitely have what it takes just because of our chemistry. We're all super close friends on and off the field, and you can tell our energy is just super high. When we're playing good, I think we're unstoppable. So our confidence and everything is super high going into this next weekend.
Can't wait to watch. Nori, thanks a lot for your time. All the best.
Thank you.
And again, all the best to both the Concordia baseball and softball teams this week in the NAC tournament. Special thanks to Patrick Cassidy behind the scenes all year long putting this show together. We thank you for joining us. Enjoy the summer. We'll talk to you again in the fall as, again, we bring you This Week in Falcons Athletics presented by Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin.